Howdy Earthlings, today I woke up mad because of a dream I had over something that happened at least 18 to 20 years ago, and I wanted to share the story. Recently, my grandmother tried to get into contact with me. I don't have phone service, I just use my wife's phone since I'm a house rat partner thing. I work from home. But my grandmother got my brother's number, and, well, my grandmother isn't a very nice person. My mother cut her off a long time ago and wanted nothing to do with her. Grandma eventually disowned me because I'm queer, and didn't want to have to explain it to the grandkids. She got into contact with my brother, and my brother got me to talk to her. She said she never disowned me for being gay, and I thought that it was definitely possible that my mother was lying about my grandmother disowning me because my grandmother hates her, and for pretty good reason. She's a pretty unlikable person, you'll find out soon. But it didn't matter. I don't like my grandmother anyway, and it's for a lot more than potentially disowning me. She also misgenders me and my brother when we aren't around, so I know it's likely she did disown me though. You can't say, oh, she's just used to using male pronouns with me. Well, she hasn't talked to me in 18 years, she's not used to using any pronouns with me. But as a person, she likes to have power over others and abuse it. Since she's an old woman, the only power she has is money, and a 2-story house that was built an hour from the nearest grocery store. So she uses her will to exert power over her family. Why would I like someone like that? I don't need her money or her house. I don't even live in the same state anymore. I wouldn't want to move. I like it here. I find out from my grandmother that she has a piece of mail from my grandfather on my dad's side. The letter was addressed to me. He has prostate cancer, and his wife recently died. He's been left to care for a small farm all on his own. I thought I was getting my own Stardew Valley situation. Joking, of course. Either way, he never contacted me either, so I assumed that the mail was something important. Problem is, I only ever met him as a kid, and he has the most common last name ever. So I have no way of finding out if he's okay, aside from that letter. It's been a year since then. She's legally required to give me that letter, because it's not addressed to her. So my brother said that she's intentionally taking forever to send it, and I might have to go to court over this. I'm supposed to try and contact her first to get it, but the only way I can do that is through the mail since she doesn't use Facebook anymore. I decided that I just won't even bother. But my brother went on to say that she won't be putting me in her will, that she brought that up. Yep, even 18 years without contact, and she's still trying to weaponize her will against me. She's made everyone in her family hate her and kiss her ass because every time they try to stand up to her, she brings up the will. I don't fall for junk like this. If she's waving around her will like this, it's because it's all she has, but no one knows anything about it. It's likely she isn't leaving anything behind. It's possible she has a ton of mortgages on her house too. Either way, even if she has $1 billion, I don't want any of it. Money changes people, and I like who I am right now. If I got it, I'd probably just give it away. But Grandma said, I'm not giving any to Sarah, they know what they did. Except, change the days out with hims, or he's, or whatever. I haven't talked to this woman since I was 18, so the only thing I could have possibly done was something when I was a teenager, or when I went no contact for almost 2 decades. Considering she was trying to get close to me again, I doubt it was about the no contact issue. Besides, she had tried to contact me numerous times in the times that I didn't talk to her, and every time it was about asking me about where my mother was and what my mother was doing. My mom was tired of her too. She's a woman who just likes to keep track of everybody. I spent a day or two thinking about it. What horrible action could a teenager have done that would make a full-grown woman mad at them forever? Was it the time that I told her I hated her? Possibly, but teenagers do that junk all the time. She raised 5 kids. I definitely wasn't the first one to tell her that. Was it the time my aunt found her ex's nude magazines under my mattress? I was staying in my aunt's old room at the time, and I was a minor, so there was no way for me to get access to those. It also definitely wasn't mine, or my fault, and knowing that at the time, I was pretty sure I was a gay guy, that would definitely confirm that they weren't mine. You'd think that because everyone thought I was gay at the time, that they'd be relieved to find Playboys under the mattress. Maybe she's mad that they weren't mine and I really was big homo. Anyway, I couldn't think of what it could be, so I asked my mom, and she said no one has ever complained about me to her ever, which I doubt that. Even if I was a good kid, I'm sure there was something to complain about, but moms ignore the flaws in their children. I don't care that I'm not in the will. I'm more boggled by what could possibly be so bad that my grandmother would hate a child for the next 20 years over it. Then I woke up today from a bad dream that reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. When I was about 13 or 14, I did something that got me in trouble. It was something minor. It was probably the time I took money out of my brother's piggy bank, because I never got into trouble outside of that. He built it out of Lego and acted like it was Fort Knox. I assumed he wouldn't notice $1 or 2 missing. I admitted to the crime immediately as soon as I was asked about it. I had used the money to buy an action figure, but rather than return the figure or ground me, they took away my Game Boy Advance. My grandmother said I cared more about video games than anything else, so it'd be a more effective punishment than taking away the action figure. She said that I can have it back when she decides to let me have it back. You can probably see where this is going already. So I asked her about it in a couple of weeks, and she said that it was too soon. I asked again in another 2 weeks, and she said it was too soon, and that if I kept asking about it, she'd make me wait longer and longer. Pretty serious punishment for just stealing $2, right? Well, it gets worse. Anyway, I never asked her again about that Game Boy, until I came back a few Christmases later. I'm the oldest grandchild, and I saw my cousin, the second oldest, there. He was playing a Glacier Game Boy Advance with Pokemon Emerald in it. Weird. It looked just like mine, and I know he didn't have one because I asked him if he played video games before the party started. He said that Grandma gave it to him. Then it all hit me. She gave him my Game Boy. I confronted her and she said she gave it to him and wasn't going to ask for it back even though she knew she was wrong. She admitted to giving it to him. I told her that I did exactly what she asked. I never asked for it back again, yet I still never got it back. I told her I was going to tell my mom, and for some reason, I never did. I never got it back, and I told her how I really felt that day, that she's someone who can't be trusted. She can't keep her promises. She overreacts and punishes people way worse than they deserve, and she uses her damn will to get people to do what she wants. I told her that no one likes her, and the only reason that they put up with her is because of her will, that they all talk bad about her behind her back. I don't know for sure if that's the reason why I'm not in her stupid will, but if I am, then that really only further proves my point. Now that I'm an adult and I've gone full non-contact, she knows I hate her more than some nebulous check could make up for. It's not about the Game Boy. It's about what she does to people around her. She's a powerless old woman with some really bad secrets that she wants to keep buried, and the only way she can have power is through her own demise. No one respects her enough while she's alive to care. She holds more value to them all as a corpse. So sure, she could be mad about that still. I can see that. I'd be mad about that still, probably, if I was her. But no one tells her the truth. But that was still way too serious of a punishment over $2. I should be the one that's pissed. You have any idea how much a Pokemon Emerald cartridge goes for nowadays? Over 5 times as much as it was new. But now that I'm remembering this, it makes me want to find a GBA Glacier and mod it, so I can have my Game Boy back. I don't care about Emerald. I played it so many times. But the Game Boy I know my mom worked very hard to get for me. Shortly after that, my mom did get me a new Game Boy, and it was a GBA SP styled to look like an NES, and it was the one with the good backlight. That one ended up getting stolen from me at school, so, you know, maybe I don't have the best luck when it comes to Game Boys. I just wanted to turn this into a video and get it off my back because it bugged me. But thanks for watching, and thanks to my supporters who give me money to rip on my homophobic grandmother during Pride Month. If you want to help support me, you can do so by buying merch, leaving a super, or by subbing to the Patreon or members. Those last two get your name in the credits like Aspirant Artist, Paper, Faye Penguin, Momentary Unicorn, Aurora the Puppy Moth, Sly, Nat, Marius, Yeenie, Worm Syrup, Rask, Ver, Beef, Bait, Sly Again, Colorado Blue, Linky, Baxter Bunny, TG Dante, Fusoku, Linky, Splackjack, and Malding Brick. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you all later. I'm going to go enjoy my life with the 3 people who choose to be with me because they love me, not because I'm waving inheritance over their heads. Bye.